What's up everybody, welcome to my new video. Today we have another study session, this time studying promises. So for example, I'm like a few hundred lines into the, this is 2,000 lines, that's the total. But I'm like a few hundred lines into it, and right here I can say what a promise is, like the basics. So for example, a promise is a value that's gonna be returned later, but I don't know, like, with the 200 or lines read through that I've done already. I don't know why I say it like that, but I don't know how to say it in detail. That's all I can say. Like it's like for example, right here, this is an example that I did, I believe, yesterday. So um, in this example, I was learning about the then. That's the then. So you have a promise when you receive that result, then it's like, what do you want to do with that result? And we can simplify it a little bit. We can do something like something that I wanted to try yesterday, but I wasn't able to. Because I just wanted to do the example exactly how it was shown. But today we're on here. I can do an arrow function here as well. This one I have two parameters, so I can't really do an arrow function. I mean, I can do an arrow function, but I can't do it without the parentheses. I have to use the parentheses. So just do that right there. It should work the same. Let's see. It should be 10. Resolve 10. Now, it waits 3 seconds because usually the way promises work is that you're waiting for something. So you want your code to run, right? Because JavaScript is read top down. You want your code to continue running. Let's say, for example, you're loading an image or whatever. You want the rest of your website to load up, and then the image can just load up whenever it's done. So, as an example, right? So this would usually take a while. But right here we have a mock, like a fake type thing. It's waiting 3 seconds, but then the rest of the code just... So for example, we can do... I don't know why it's not... There it is. Okay, so we can print out first. And first will print out, and then 10 will print out. First, and then 3 seconds later. So that's how that works. And then I did want to shorten this one as well. Kind of make everything an arrow function. And yeah, that's all there is to it, I think. Yeah. Alright, cool. So back to learning some of this stuff over here. So the pattern shown, let's see, for promises is generally called the revealing constructor. So this would be the revealing constructor right here. That's the pattern to right here. The function passed is executed immediately. That's this one here. The function pass is executed immediately, not async deferred. So this one I believe is asynchronous. That's when you have like a different process. It's I'm still learning this. I really don't know what it means. Not in sync. That's what asynchronous means. Not in sync. In sync is like, in sync would be like this right here. These would be in sync because they're boom, boom, boom. It's like they're processed as the orders come in. But then asynchronous would be something like this, where it's read all the way through, but it's not gonna actually, the functions are not actually gonna happen, in that way. First it's gonna do first, then it's gonna go and resolve 10, console log result. Yeah. This one is kind of one that I don't understand. This function here, the resolve, I don't I don't think it's necessarily a resolve function because the way it looks like here, it's all dependent on these two parameters right here. If it's rejected, now in this case, it's not gonna be rejected because it's just a set timeout. But let's say your picture didn't want to load, then you can do something else. Like for example, if it's rejected, then you do another function over here. I think that's how I read it earlier. But yeah, so when I mean by it's based off of the first parameter. I think it's you can just name it whatever you want to. I think you can just do res like that, and then call it out like that, and it should return the same result. First, and then 10. Yeah, so it does. So it doesn't matter what you can name this reject pretty much. Obviously, this would be confusing, so you may not want to name it resolve, but no, reject. See, I got a little bit confused there. Yeah, so this is just for demonstration purposes. You might not want to do it. Yeah, same thing. Alright, let's go back to how it was, because it's just so it can make more sense. And then, so these are the resolution functions for the promise. Generally signals fulfillment, and reject signals rejection. So in this case, we have, it's an empty one. So we have the function. Oh, this is a use up here. So we have so we have a function dot then, so something like that. So something like a promise pretty much. We have the promise dot then, promise dot then. The promise is in here. X, I don't know how X comes into play. Something like that. Alright. So then we have, let's see, promise resolution doesn't necessarily need to involve sending along a message, as it did when we were examining promises as future values. So in this case, it's just a flow control. Like it's just pretty much one's going one way and then the other one's going the other way. In this case here, just flow control signal. Another way to approach this is, so this is pretty much separated. The then are on the outside. The then, they're here. And then the bar, foo has definitely finished, so do bar. So only when foo is finished. Oh, okay, I see. So this is the reject, this is the resolve. If foo is finished, if foo is wrong. Okay, so here we have foo, p then. So if good, bar. If not good. So yeah, so it's the same way. So resolve, reject. Resolve, run bar. If reject, run oops. So yeah, it doesn't really matter what you name it. It's just boom and then here. But it's a little different though, because this one is the promise. This is a function inside of the promise. This one is here. This one's inside the then. So that means that in here I can add another one for the reject. I won't mess with that for now, but alright, I'm guessing that's how it works because it's using the then. And then we have some more reading over here. I'm gonna end it right here though. Thank you guys for watching. Y'all have a good ass day. This has been studying promises. I'm gonna continue to study them. It's a lot of reading. Thank you guys for watching. Y'all have a good ass day. Peace out.